It's your boy Soto, but you already know though. Alright, y'all, let's get it. We back in for another video. Shout out to the notification gang. Hitting the like button for the video even start. Y'all the real YouTube fam. 100 goes out to you and all of yours. Now let's get right into it, man. Alright, today, man, we got that boy DRose. Ball hard like DRose. Bro say he need 3 posts, but he sound like a police though. Swerving, I ain't sleep, ho. Baby mama, she deep throat. Yeah, shout out that boy DRose, man. You already know that's my favorite player, but I'm gonna be predicting where you think he should go in the offseason, man. I don't know. I want y'all to let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know where you think he should go. I'm gonna give y'all my preferences, and let's get right into it. I think DRose, his first option he should consider would be San Antonio if they don't go after your boy Chris Paul. Reason I say San Antonio because I don't think DRose ever made it to the conference final. Kind of like a Chris Paul, even though he a former MVP, unlike a Chris Paul. Even though Chris Paul got more accolades, for the duration of his career. When you think about all the All-Star teams and whatnot he made. But if you think about it, DRose, he I think he like 27, 28, but he been hurt like 2 years straight. Last year, his first year playing over 70 plus games, he got hurt at the end of the year, but they said it was minor. I think he's fully healed, fully healthy now, ready to go. So he done knocked off some of that rest from playing 70 plus games last year. So I think you should see I wouldn't say prime DRose, but above average point guard DRose this year. Because if you think about it, last year, the man averaged nearly 20 points. I think he had like 5 assists with like 4 rebounds. And like I said, he was rusty because he had been injured the past 2 years. But prayers go out to DRose. Let's see if he can stay fully healthy for the remainder of this upcoming season and throughout the playoffs. But like I said, I think he should go to the Spurs because if you think about it, his play style is the same as a Tony Parker because he has that mid-range floater. He's a driving point guard and he can dish the ball. And he's not a Chris Paul like what he see to play before a happen dishing point guard, but he can get assists and working in the Spurs offense where they do ball movement, and Greg Popovich, he adjusts his playbook to your play style. So I think he'll have DRose doing a whole lot of pick and rolls, mid-range jump shots, and the Spurs have one of the best player development groups in the NBA. So I think they'll help him with his 3-point jump shot. And the reason why I say he should go to the Spurs is because Greg Popovich does the best job in managing minutes. So I think all that hurt DRose that we had in the past, I think if he signed with the Spurs, we won't pretty much see any of that no more, And plus he'll be playing with Kawhi Leonard. He'll be just what the doctor ordered because last year Tony Parker wasn't giving him nothing on defense. I don't think DRose will give you that much on defense, even though he my favorite player. I know he done slipped up on the defense ever since Tom Thibodeau left Chicago and he departed as well. But I think what he don't give you on defense, he'll definitely make up for it on offense because, like I said, he's a similar type point guard to a Tony Parker with the floater mid range and the successful layup package. So, and that's what the Spurs really need, another scorer beside Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge, because with LA you never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes he come to play, sometimes he comes to just watch Kawhi, so. And DRose, he always come to score. That's one thing about it. He step on the court, that's what he looking to do. And I think Greg Popovich to get the most out of him. But next destination, I like to see him with New Orleans, man. Because if you think about it, Drew Holiday is a 6'4", 6'5" point guard. He can facilitate, but he more of a scorer shooter type. He drive the lane, but his jump shot is money. So I think you pair him with a D Rose. That's your two backcourt players right there. Because like I said, Drew Holiday can guard the two, and you have an Anthony Davis and Boogie at the rim. All you need is a 3-and-D type guy at the small forward, which they can get a guy like PJ Tucker, guy like Robert Covington from Philadelphia. I think he's a free agent. If not, you could just trade for him, because I'm pretty sure Philly is going to draft somebody in the draft. They'll be looking to move him and also shop Jahlil Okafor at the same time. So I think D Rose in New Orleans will be a very good spot, because they need offense, because that's what they were lacking in the regular season, which is why they couldn't make the playoff. They just couldn't score enough. You had AD and Boogie giving you damn near 30 by they individually. Drew Holiday, he'll chip in 15 to 20 at times. But you think about, you add a D Rose in, I think this year he's going to give you anywhere from 18 to 24 with like 5 to 6 dimes, like 4 to 5 rebounds. You add that to New Orleans, I think they're a shoe-in for the playoffs, 7-8 seed. And once you make the playoffs, like I said, you never know what can happen. I mean, look at the Chicago Bulls. They almost took the Celtics to 7 games, and the only reason I think they didn't beat them because Rondo got hurt. Rondo would have been there. I think they'd have won the series, So, yeah, second destination be New Orleans for me. Like I said, you guys, this is just my preference. You could comment your preference down below. Let me know in the comment section. I'll review it. Probably make another video, saying what I agree with and don't agree with. Cause I ain't got nothing but time anyway. But third spot, I think D Rose should consider. With I'm gonna say either the Timberwolves or the Timberwolves or the Kings. The reason why I say the Kings is because I think they're the organization that offer him the most money. If they miss out on a point guard in the draft, they have to get a point guard because they lacking in that position. I think D Rose is way better than Darren Collison. So instead of throwing money at him, you throw some money at D Rose. Put a couple incentives in it to where if he get hurt or something, you won't have to pay him as much. You can buy him out, something like that. But yeah, put some incentives in his contract to where if he get hurt, you don't have to pay him as much. You can buy him out or something like that. But also, I think him and Buddy Hield, Willie Cauley-Stein, I think they can make a little noise in the West. I'm not saying they'll be a playoff team, but you building for the future. You trying to get your stars and trying to get them in a winning position so that they don't get as comfortable with losing every year. You don't want to have that losing mindset. So as many games as you can win in the season, I think you take it. People go the tanking route, but as you see with Phoenix, they didn't win as many games and they still ended up with like the 4th, 5th pick. You know what I'm saying? They lost all those games, and now a lot of their players have a losing mindset on the roster, so it's going to be hard to change that moving forward. Unlike a team like Milwaukee that's got a lot of young talent, but they winning. They got a winning mindset, so they'll be prepared in the future when time comes, when LeBron James, ultimately retires or starts declining. But Timberwolves, everybody know you got Karl Anthony Towns, you got Andrew Wiggins, Zach LaVine. You put D Rose in. They need a scoring point guard that can also dish it a little bit. I think because Karl Anthony Towns, I think Thibodeau should use his playmaking more, on the post, have him post up on the post, have a few guys cutting and stuff. And we know D Rose, Andrew Wiggins, and Zach LaVine, all these guys can finish at the rim. So you have those guys cutting. You let Karl Anthony Towns do a little bit more of the playmaking. D Rose can do a little playmaking. We don't know if Andrew Wiggins going to finally expand his game, add a little playmaking to his, but I think he should jump up to at least about 4 assists this year. Zach LaVine, I think he coming back off of injury. He trying to make sure he still got it. So that guy going to be looking to score all year. So, and I think if they add a D Rose, I think they can make the playoffs. I think it's definitely a possibility. Um, yeah, that's third and fourth, fifth team. I'm gonna say I would say Toronto, but I don't know if him and DeMar DeRozan will work. Now one of them guys can shoot threes, so nah, I ain't gonna say Toronto. But I'd say a place like Milwaukee, definitely. If they can trade a guy like Monroe, and hell even, but I don't know if they'll be willing to trade Dellavedova. Then I'd say Milwaukee, but I don't really see them getting rid of Dellavedova for DRose, because Dellavedova and your boy Malcolm Brogdon, they like identical players, except for Malcolm Brogdon shoot it a little better than Dellavedova. His shot is a little quicker, so he get his release off quicker. So I think they probably just gonna stick with those guys. But so for my fifth team, I have to say, shoot, Philadelphia could use them. If you think about it, they miss out on a guy like Kyle Lowry. They don't draft nobody playing the point, because right now, I mean, Ben Simmons gonna play the point anyway. DRose, he ain't a natural point guard. He's a scoring point guard, so he could play the point to whereas he just defend the point, and he played a two on the offensive end, because even though Ben Simmons can't shoot, he's big enough to where he can develop a post game, and like I said with Carl at the times, because Embiid can shoot, so your 5-man, you have him stretching the floor, that space. They got your boy Sark, he can shoot. Depending on who they taking the draft to play the 3, or they might sign somebody. I think if you add a guy like DRose, you have to have somebody that can shoot at the 3, because Ben Simmons, he gonna most likely play the 3, but I don't know who they plan on having him guard on the other end. They might try to have him, because I know they ain't gonna have him guarding points. They might try to have him guarding 2s or 3s. So yeah, we're gonna say Ben Simmons at the 3. You have DRose playing the 2 on the offensive end, the 1 on the defensive end, and they probably have a shooter, somebody similar to your boy Nick Stauskas, but a better shooter and defensive guy. Somebody like a Tim Hardaway Jr. I think they should try to get him, and I think it'll be definitely a playoff team in the East. You add a DRose to the Philadelphia 76ers, because like I said, he should give you about 18 to 20 points next year, 18 to 22 points next year. You add that with the playmaking of a Ben Simmons, I think he'll average about 6-7 assists, like 6-7 rebounds. Embiid, he should give you about 20 a night. You add somebody like a Tim Hardaway Jr., he'll pitch in about 12-15. I think that's a playoff team in the East, But, he could always go back to the Knicks. I think that's still a possibility. They don't know what they're going to do. New York Knicks never know what they got going on over there. So, that's still a possibility. But I don't think he should go back to New York. DRose, he looking for a payday, man. So, really, the options I gave out, if he see this video or not, he probably ain't going to go by the teams I said he should look to try to go to first. He going to go to whoever offering the most money, which I can't blame him. If I was in that situation, I'd probably do the same thing, because he had a lot of injuries in his career. Ain't no telling how long his duration of his career will last going forward. So, get the money while you can. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I ain't going to knock a man doing that. But sleeper teams, I had to say probably like Indiana Pacers. If they can re-sign a Paul George, you had a D-Rose instead of a Jeff Teague, a bigger point guard. Give somebody like Kyrie Irving a little bit more trouble, because Kyrie seemed like when he played against D-Rose kind of get the better of him a little bit. Not lately, but when they used to play before last season, damn near every time D-Rose got the better of him, even coming off injury. So, I'd say a team like Indiana, or even a team like the Nuggets. That's a sleeper team. Nobody ain't really talking about them. Hell, they almost made the playoffs. And I think they had Jameer Nelson playing pivotal minutes for them, trying to get that AC. You add a D-Rose with somebody like a Um, what's your boy name? They had picked in last year draft. Um, I can't think of his name right now, but he a combo guard. He play the 1 and the 2 scoring, but I think he about 2-3 years away from star. So you let a DRose beat up for like 2 to 3 years. I think they can make the AC. Him, your boy Jurkic. Depending on who they keep in the offseason, because Wilson Chandler, Gallinari, all these guys, they gonna be looking to move somebody. So I don't even really know what they makeup of their team is gonna look like next year. We'll have to see, but yeah, man, it's your boy Solo, but you already know though. And I'm out, man. Like and subscribe. Share the video. Help your boy get to 100 subscribers. Newer, upcoming. Trying to do my thing in this commentary podcast, YouTube world. Love all my YouTubers, man. I show love and support to as many channels as I can. I'm gonna start sharing YouTubers' names, trying to get them more subscribers and stuff like that. Just trying to help my subscribers in any way I can. Let me know what you want me to do for you, and we could do shout out for shout out or whatever. Just holla at your boy, man. It's been your boy, and I'm out. Peace.